Alrighty, everybody, welcome back. Happy Saturday. Happy to another day of fundraising for type 1 diabetes research. Today we're going to take a little bit of change what we've been doing. I don't have a super ton of energy today, so we're going to play one of the chillest games I have, called Dorfromantik. You guys will pick it up pretty quickly. Super chill game, super fun. My family and I put way too many hours into this. Let me make sure this is saved. And for this, we will start a brand new game. Still raising money for type 1 diabetes research. That's aggravating. We'll see if we can make that work. Basically, you have to complete these little tasks here, while also trying to match up as many sides of the hexes as you can. I was going to go with that. It starts off fairly simple unless you get something dumb like a railroad. Like immediately. Like we did, but it's okay. It ramps up pretty fast. I will say that much. But you can get some really crazy boards and kind of things with it. Again, it's a game my family and I put a ton of time into. I got my dad hooked, I got my sister hooked, my mom's played a little bit. All that good stuff. This is not the best start in the world. We'll make it work. But it's super chill. The soundtrack on this game, I absolutely love it. Like, I absolutely love the soundtrack on the game. If you guys can't hear it, let me know and I'll turn it up. But hopefully you can. So whenever you completely surround a piece, you know, let me do this real quick. It'll help you guys out. Oops. Whenever you completely surround a piece, you get extra tiles down here for every side that's matching. Alright, that should be good. So, probably be helpful if you guys can see how many tiles we have going. Stuff like that. So yeah, that's why it's so important to, like, match sides. Railroads and rivers can only be placed next to other railroads and rivers. Like, they have to connect like this. So if you start getting a bunch of them, you can run into trouble pretty quickly. So it's just all about kind of managing your space and stuff. Yeah, I'll put this one up here. Also kind of important to like close off areas. If you don't close off the areas, the amount you need to like finish these tasks here will keep growing and growing and growing. And that spirals out of control, probably the fastest out of anything. Yeah, it doesn't quite fit there. It's like I'm just trying to set myself up so I can close things off more easily at some point. Also completing these tasks. Again, it's a super chill game. I absolutely adore this game. The devs recently released another one as well. It's kind of like a factory game almost, just set in space with birds. If that is your guys' style of thing as well, the game is called Starbirds, and it is on Steam. So I encourage you guys to check that out as well if that sounds more your speed. And that's one missing. 3 here, 1 off. Let's put that there for now. Oh, it's on the wrong side. Need the house to be on the other side to really make this piece work. It's like if the water isn't like a line like this is, it acts more like a lake and something stuff, so you can place any piece on the edge of it, which is kind of good to have. Yeah, I think we'll place that there. Railroads are kind of the bane of existences if you let them just clutter things up. My dad will actually restart runs if he gets a railroad too early on in the run. Actually, I should have put that... No, that's fine. Just because they really can just get in the way of everything. That goes there. And then... Yeah, I think early on you really just want to complete these tasks the best you can. That way you keep getting more and more tiles. And then you're going to get to a point where you have enough, like, space. Theoretically, I haven't gotten there yet. But you have enough space where you can always put down a perfect tile placement. And hopefully that just always be getting basically the tile back. Because of the matching sides bonus. Still something I'm working on. I've gotten better lately. But I finally broke 100,000 for the first time. But still not all the way. Still not great at it yet. See, I'm careful. I'm wary about putting this one here because the railroad has to go there in some aspect. I think I'm just going to try to build up here a little bit more. Like, let it go that way. Yeah, there's a railroad. Yeah, this gets it away. It gets the railroad away from everything. We can put that one like that. We do something like that. Again, I'm already starting to let some of these not get closed off. So whenever we get more tasks, they're going to be harder and harder to do. So I want to start making sure I focus on them. I mean, a whole bunch of straight rivers. So this is one of those rivers that has, like, it's not a pond. We got to put it somewhere. So that could go there. That's not a bad placement for it. Also, like, over the course of the game, you'll kind of keep in the back of your head, okay, if I find this type of piece, I know I have a place for it. We could also put it there. I'm going to put it here. Another... See, we went from like 3 or 4 for rivers all the way to that. All the way to 11. This, again, can operate kind of like a lake, so we can surround it with anything on the sides, which can be a great way to start trying to set up to close it off. I'm going to put that there. Unless, did I have another one? Like, it doesn't really fit in there. Yeah, I think that's the best place for it. Here, that doesn't quite work. I mean, it could. It's just a super peaceful game. It's not easy. Like, Don't get it confused. It's certainly not an easy game, in my opinion. Yeah. Just put it there. But it's one of those games, too, like, if you're not careful, your entire day will just, like, get away from you. I don't know if I'm going to fit 8 houses in there. I think it's more likely we fit 10 here, because we have more places to, like, oh, that's not connected. We could still go out here. Yeah. And it shouldn't be that tough to close off, I think. And then here's this spot where everything matches. We have 3, which I knew we had a spot for there. Sorry if you guys could hear Frida Girl going crazy upstairs. Must be time for her to eat. Does this... No, there's still one not great side. You are gonna have, like, you're not always gonna place tiles perfectly. You're gonna have to make some sacrifices. But especially early on, I like to try. This one's just a little weird already. Put it there. Oh, wrong side. If the forest was like on the other diagonal, it could have worked. Yeah, and it's just not quite there. So like here, we could put it here, and this lakeside would match. We start closing that off. Yeah, we need 3 here again, but we can do this. That matches all of them. Not quite. Yeah. Oh, so close. But can we do... We could do that if we wanted to. That matches everything. People definitely have, like, different strategies for this as well. Actually, I like that more. Some people try to get, like, all of their cities in, like, the top left or the forests, like, in the bottom right and stuff. I haven't tried anything like that yet. I kind of like doing stuff like this. And just letting it build itself. But I'm sure there will be a day when I try those types of things. And maybe I'll see huge improvements. Yeah, this isn't going to fit there. We could put it here and just slowly start trying to capture this in case it wants to grow more. If it doesn't fit there. Again, one of the best things about this game, besides the gameplay itself, is the music. So if you guys can't hear it, please let me know. I'll turn it up. It's not going to go there. Let's do this. Oh, boy. This. That's a piece. Again, remember what I was saying about railroads and rivers. You gotta put them... You gotta put the endings next to other railroads and rivers. And that one is kinda shitty. That's not a great piece to have. I'm gonna put it here, because it kind of like, hopefully I can start to finish this one off and close it up, and then have that going a different direction, but yeah, we're already up to 38 on stuff like this. That's why we have to close things off. I think if we put it here, we can connect it to that one pretty easily. Part of me is debating just like... I guess we could still get the one piece. That goes out a little bit. Yeah, let's put it there. I don't really want to start new railroads until I have to. That doesn't fit there. That fits there like that. It makes this piece a little tougher, but not impossible. Because that doesn't go there. We could also just do this. I'm going to put it there. This water tile piece that we'll get to right here actually functions as both railroad and water, which can be a great way to get yourself out of some tricky situations. So that is something to keep in mind. Not quite. It doesn't fit there either. Again, I want to look for ways, like... If I put it here, I kind of like this, because it closes up 2 sides and only opens up 1 for the fields. I think I'm going to put this here. We either put it here and finish up those 3, or you could put it here just to find an ending of that sectional railroad, and then we just have to worry about closing up the loose pieces. Kind of like that a little more, actually. I think this piece will be easier to find, and if worse comes to worse, we can get another one of these later, hopefully. Let's just cap this off up there. Like, we could put it here. That gets us a bunch. This gets us a bunch, actually. Yeah, let's do that. It really wants us to have railroads. We do have the one here. Forgot that it went on that direction, too. Alright. Maybe we can get those to connect. A completely empty piece. We can put it right there. We can also put it, like, in here. To start closing it off. I think we'll put it there. One river. So we could put it up there, but we have this. I don't mind it there. It's unlikely we're going to get both a house and a field on that piece. So, okay. This one's definitely going up here because it's already our longest river. Yeah. I'm going to put it up here, though. I'm going to start closing this off over here. Yeah, let's do it like this. Put a little more towards the interior. The forest, or the house and that, throw it off a little bit. We could put it there. Also, we do that as well. Yeah, that doesn't quite work there. I don't dislike that. It gets us a task done. Doesn't open up any additional housing for us that we have to close off. So whenever they have this little flag, that means not only is there the task, but when you close the area completely, meaning there's no open sides, you get an additional 5 tiles. But this one needs exactly 10 fields. So we gotta try to balance that too. So it's most likely, yeah, I think most likely we're gonna do it like up here and try to build out with it. Let's see. So close. There aren't a lot of great options right now because it doesn't really even go through that. That doesn't fit. We could put it there. Closes off one side of that forest. Oh boy. This is one we could put here. It has one side that doesn't match, but then it's only 2 to close up, and that should get us to 12 once we close it up. If that all kind of makes sense. I could do this. 4, we only have one side open. If we find the connecting piece on the left side, that's 2 for us. Yeah, it's not awful. It's not great, but... yeah, that piece fits perfectly there. We can do this. Alright, so this is one, if we manage to put 8 and close it off now, like we'd actually get 20 tiles, 2 from the actual tasks and 10 more from the flags. I mean, that's pretty close. That's only 1 off. That might be worth it right now. Yeah. Oops. I really don't like rotating my camera. I lose track of like where everything is on the board. Again, that's another one. It's only one off. That's not bad. It would just make that railroad piece even harder. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, I think I'm going to work on this. So there are a couple pieces that are already placed down, and when you get to them, I can actually just show it real quick and then I'll undo. You'll have another, like, challenge already waiting for you there. Which is kind of cool. Yeah, this one's a little too big for that. See if we can start corralling this. Actually, that will be tough with the railroad right there. Probably doable, but I'd rather not with... Okay. You can see what piece is, like, coming up in 2 more to plan a little better than I do. Man, that is just rough, though. Alright, I have a plan. I don't know if it's going to work, but I have a plan. We're just going to try to loop these ends in on each other. Isn't there a spot up here? Oh, this needs 2. Yeah, it could work like that. Again, closing it off probably isn't a horrible idea. Put that there. Start closing off the ends. That actually fits right in there because it matches all 3 forest sides. It doesn't quite do it there. We put it there. I've really been trying to make sure I start closing things off more. I think it does make a big difference, and then I get something like that. And we could put this like here. It opens up 3 more sides for us though. But it gives us room to grow. Does this finally get to go in here? And we get to finish off that task. Alright, that makes me happy. Yo, Sarah, what's going on, man? Thank you for the raid. Get mugged, indeed. What's going on, guys? Welcome on in. Thank you for the raid. How'd the stream go? We are playing a super chill game called Dorfromantik. Yeah, it has, man. Sorry I haven't been in much. Been juggling a bunch of different things. I'm gonna put that there. It's not great, but it'll do the job. Doesn't quite work there. I can do something like this, though. That could work. How you been, guy? How you been, Sarah? Oh, I can't get it to go there. We can put it here, though. Kind of matches. So, it was chill with your PC. Oh, that's too bad. Time to run a donation campaign to try to get an upgrade for your PC, then. Gotta shake your followers down for some money, man. Because I know that's totally how you operate. Yo, Splitter! What's going on, man? That's been a while, too. Everybody turning out today. I'm gonna put it there. Yeah, freaking railroads. I mean, I don't want to put it there. Railroads are the bane of my existence. Yo, Lino, thank you so much for the follow. Sarah raised a bunch of broke boys. Ah, that's alright. It happens. Yeah. Well, you're not going to get there before you get there, so I guess getting there when you get there is a good idea. Good philosophy to have. Man. What were you playing, Deadlock, today? Is that what you were... I saw you were live. I didn't stop to look to see what you were playing. Sorry. I don't think that really... No, it doesn't. And we could put it there. That's not bad. Puts us 1 away from those fields. Yeah. More fucking railroads. You're gonna see me lose my mind over these railroads. It's supposed to be a chill game, and I'm gonna lose my mind because of all these railroads that just get in the way. Nice. Well, hopefully, even though your PC couldn't handle it, it was still a good time. And lots of forest. So. Do I have any forest I can just tack this on the end of? I guess we could put it here. And try to work around it later. This doesn't quite work. So. Okay, good. As long as it was still a good time, that's what's important. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of the Poke Rogue event. Had a lot of fun with that, but I want to change it up a little bit today. So we're just gonna be doing this for a few hours. That actually fits there. And then, like, I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do next week for everything, because I've been playing Path of Exile and Poke Rogue. But I want to change it up just a bit for, like, the fundraiser and everything. Because we're raising money for type 1 diabetes research throughout all of November. So we got some fun incentives. You can type ! donate. I've been diabetic for 30 years. Big part of my life. This is called Dorfromantik. It is a super chill game. You basically just place tiles with the objective being complete these tasks. So this means I need to have one more field in this little set, like, that are connected. And if I do, I get extra tiles down here. Yeah, I mean, I have... Hold up. Is it going to be done? I have PoE up in the background. But I wanted to take a break from it today. And Dorfromantik's just, again, super chill. It's got a really nice soundtrack, too. If you guys can't hear it, let me know. But it's a game my family and I, like, combined have spent so many hours on. Just very relaxing. Not easy. Like, it's actually a somewhat difficult game. But at least it's pretty relaxing. You know what? I take that back. I'm going to put this one on the end here. Okay. No, it's alright, man. Don't worry about it. I appreciate the raid and just you being here. I don't want people to ever feel like they have to donate or anything. Right, this needs exactly 30 houses. Sometimes you'll see, like, this is 12 trees or more, or 2 water or more. Whenever it has an exact number like this, it has to be exact. So. Do that. Well, thank you for the Dorito. Yeah, I'm guessing that's what that is. Thank you, man. But the developers of this game also released a like a factory style game as well, which was pretty cool, called Starbirds. And this is also a board game. They turned this into a board game that's quite a bit of fun too. A board game that, like, actually unlocks more as you play it. They have a system in it. The more you play it, you start to get unlocks, which is pretty wild. Can't really put it there. You want to try to place your things so the sides match up perfectly, because then you get extra tiles from that as well. So it's all about managing, like, completing these tasks, perfect placements, and stuff like that. I can connect these. Yeah, that's 10. Yeah, I can connect. Oh, perfect. Let's do that. Now we only need 5 there. But now again, if this is my kind of change of pace game, I don't have a whole lot of energy or just want to kill some time. I don't want a completely brainless game, because you do have to think a bit. So this is kind of my chill, happy place. And then I think... No, it doesn't quite work there. Starting next week, I might do some, like, Mario Kart Double Dash. That's on my list. I'm planning on doing a week during November where I do, like, my old throwback games for when I first started streaming. It's like Wizard of Legend, Darkest Dungeon, and Slay the Spire are probably, like, the 3 I'll look at doing. So I'm hoping that'll be fun. So, brainless is fun at times, but there are also times I need a little more stimulation than that. It doesn't quite work. Yeah, that's what Pokerogue Endless is for. That's my brainless grind. So we did this. We just have to close it off now. These flags mean we have to completely close off the area to get extra tiles. This doesn't really do it. This gives me 2 more. Like, I close off 2 sides, but give myself 2 more to open up. We'll just put it up there. I mean, I could do this. One side doesn't match, but it still fills it in a little bit. Yeah, let's drop it there. Yeah. Once a tile is completely surrounded, you get an extra tile for every side that's matching. Alright, there's first step of what we're trying to do over there. So, get it. You're gonna start prepping for work? Alright, man. Thank you for this, for the raid and stopping by. I super appreciate it. Have fun at work. I will definitely try to catch up with you more. 100%. No worries, man. I totally get it. I've been around here long enough. I know how the game works. I mean, this closes off 2 sides. Okay, that's 10 tiles there, so I shouldn't ignore it. Yeah. There's going to be other things we can put here. So yeah, let's start closing off these down here. Then we just have that opening and then this one right here. Alright, this forest, we can do like this for. We do want to close it off because it also has a flag. But I don't think we have a better spot to put a forest right now. Because unless... yeah, that doesn't work. So this at least is a perfect placement. And then... this is an awkward piece. I love just kind of how the boards build themselves out over the course of a game, though. Like, you're never going to get one that's exactly the same. Which I absolutely love. I love having them be different every time. Yeah, that doesn't work there either. That could work there. I could also use the water, the little bit of water here to try to finish it off. Like to, yeah. Like close up and end is what I'm saying. Just like that works. It doesn't quite work there. It doesn't quite work there because of that there. Again, it's kind of... yeah, that just connects to the other water piece, but I don't love using this type of piece for that. We're going to get other water pieces. Also, it is freezing down here today. It's just getting cold around here in general. Yeah, it doesn't work there. Where did we say it would work? I don't know. Yeah, that's one spot off. We could use it to start closing this off too. That's not a horrible idea. That only leaves us with one, like this area right here to close this forest off and get those 5. Is this too much? No, we can still do it here. Alright, another part of it closed off. So we need basically 10 more in that area. Oh, that actually works perfectly there. Then that was perfect. So we got that. 43. I mean, up here makes the most sense. It's a little awkward with all the railroads right here, but at least we can, like, kind of expand out. perfectly blank piece. I actually don't think we have a lot of spaces for it right now. There are sometimes later on you'll have plenty of spaces for these. I think I'm just going to put it there. Exactly 6 waters. I mean, it only helps us with 1. I'm going to put it here. Yeah. Alright, so we got to close off this. That doesn't do it. That doesn't really do it. And then can't put the water there. But that fits. The water going down is a little awkward. Yeah. That might be okay. There's like 1 piece we could really get for that. And worse comes to worse, we can just eat the hit on that side. Even though it wouldn't be a perfect placement. Oh, that's not bad. Yeah, it keeps us 2 sides. If we need to close that off. Man. If we put it here, we would struggle. I guess we'd have 2 spots to build out. Yeah. I kind of just want to do this. Let's do it there. Okay, that can go there. We can also put this here just to close off that. And then we just have to find something to put there. This goes here. I don't want to wait for a piece anymore. It doesn't quite work there. It's like 1 bad side. Doesn't give us more room to grow. This isn't bad, but then we have to grow like this, the city. And there's a railroad right there that could impede that. So that's a little bit what I'm worried about. Let's put it there. 64 plus. The plus makes it a little easier. 14. Just saying, like, we can really only... I guess if we could find a way to connect this to that, this could work. So let's put it there. Yep, that doesn't quite work again. This doesn't have anything on it. We put it there. Kind of like putting it here. I mean, might as well just keep that going, and then... Does it get to go up here? No, it doesn't fit in there. It fits here. But again, it makes that 1 water piece a little awkward. Also could do that. Let's do that. We were talking about closing this area off. This doesn't really do it. We need like 2 single pieces. Let's look up here. Okay. Give us a little more room to build. 12. This is more than 12? No, this is perfect. Can't go there, but it can definitely go there. End is a flag, giving us more reason to finish. Too long. Did I... Oh, right. I started... No, this is... We have to start a new railroad if we want this. Actually, I don't hate starting it there. There's ways we can deal with it. Okay, nothing there. That gets us 5 there. Thing is, we gotta start closing off some of these these flags. All right, we can go there. So once we close this one off right here, we'll get 10 more tiles. We can build out like that. All right, that's in the wrong spot, unfortunately. I can't go there either. I was hopeful for a second. It can go there, though. That's actually not bad. That piece is going to be complicated to fill in, but it might be one we just take the hit on. Just to finish it up. Alright, since we now know we want to finish up over here, let's start closing off. I wasn't looking ahead. Alright, we can do that. And then a little bit of railroad there. Alright. This is what I wanted to do with the railroad. Although, hold up. I don't hate this either. It contains it a little bit more. Yeah, this just doesn't work. This works, but with two bad sides, so I'm going to do this instead. We said we wanted to connect these. So it's connecting this and that. Which means it would go here. Yeah. This doesn't help us close up a forest. No. Yeah, it doesn't help us close it up there. Okay, gotta start balancing it, and I'm not doing a good job of it this game. It's only forest too. I guess we could put it here. It connects those two, right? Let me make sure. Yeah, it connects everything there. We still just have here, here, and up here. Ah, if those two were switched, it would be perfect. If they were switched, it would be perfect. Alright. Let's do that. Alright, one single house. I mean, like, there. Not there. Not there. We can put it here. That needs a single forest. So we have a place for a single forest and a single field. We'd also put it here. I kind of like this a little more. Alright, this opens up an extra one, but again, we're working towards these two. Part of me wants to take the hit here just to close it up. We get 5 tiles for it. And like, we're already in the 20s. This almost works here. It would work there. Yo, Alyssa, thank you so much for the follow. I super appreciate it. How you doing today? Yeah, yeah, we'll just take the 5 for that. These two. Oh, thank you for stopping in. I super appreciate it. This can go up here. Yeah, there's 2 here, but not yet. Too much? Yeah, too much. We are raising money for type 1 diabetes research today and just playing this fairly chill game that still is pretty difficult and makes me look for stuff that probably doesn't exist. Like a good place to put this. I'm pretty sure it doesn't exist at the moment. Yeah. There's no good place for this. Because, like, yeah, I'm not putting it there. We could put it there. Let's do that. Alright. Water piece. Could put it there. We could put it here. That would make it a lot easier to finish off that flag. Yeah. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. Alright, let's do that. That gets us 10 tiles, and then we definitely have to start clearing this up. Which this piece does not help with at all. So... there's nothing there. So let's do it like this. Yeah, that doesn't work either. So I'm going to start trying to turn it inwards. This isn't bad, actually. It's one bad placement, but we get 10 tiles. I'm fine with that. One house. This closes off, or this makes it a lot easier to finish. So is this, though, right here. Actually, I like this more. Another perfectly blank piece. So we have one flag there. We're going to have one here, too. Let's put that there. Also gives us, like, fresh spaces to build off of. I know... right, we were looking at this as well. Yeah, that doesn't quite work there. This one's like one off just a bit. So yeah, let's build this out like that. That works. That kind of works there. It's a couple bad spots. It's 2 bad spots. There's also this. Sorry, that's a blank spot. We do that. Yeah, we have 42 tiles. I think I can do this. 56. It's just like we eventually got to connect all this. That's what it comes down to. There's no way we're connecting this. Yeah. $31 is a lot. Because we go from, what is it? 68 to 16, so that's 52. And then 6 more. We place it there, it'd be a bad placement unless we did this. We could do this. Really trying to set ourselves up for later, and it might not pay off, but if it does, I will feel very proud. Nothing there. Yeah, that's on the wrong side. So I think, yeah, we have forests down here we can try to build off of. Yeah, start moving them in. Okay, this doesn't really help up there. That doesn't help there. Helps a little there, but still 2 bad sides. Let's continue building that a bit. Okay. We had a place for it, but we took a bad placement for it. But we still have it here. Is this the piece we were needing? It is. All right. So there's the first part of our connection. Now we just need to connect this to that, and then we'll be all set. Okay. That's almost it. Doesn't quite work there. Saying that's one side off. Right, we have to start working on this. So that works there. Frickin' railroads, man. This starts turning it away from that, which I kind of like. Right. Pretty much any field piece that doesn't help us start to close off the area up there goes down here. This. Again, I'm debating just putting it here. It would give us easy closes. Yeah, I'm just going to do it there. Don't... we have this open river, don't we? Yeah. Not quite. That doesn't quite work there. Yeah. So I think once again, we're going to go over here. That actually works. Yeah, that works. There is a final railroad piece. We could put it right there. Trying to remember, like, where else we had railroads, if we did. Didn't we start one up here? That actually doesn't work. Okay. I gotta take the chance to close it off, even though that's a little tricky. Yeah, I gotta take the chance to close it off. Right, this forest goes here. That's a pretty easy placement for us. So this can go here. We could put it... no. Let's put it there. Yeah, sorry. I don't know why I was thinking twice about it. That doesn't quite work. This, I know, doesn't. That doesn't work. I don't really want to open up a new side up there. Well, I guess we just add to the fields here. I mean, that kind of worked, but this works better. But even then, it opens up two more sides when we're trying to close it off. So I think we do this. All right, two forests. I know we can put there. Yeah, I think that makes the most sense to put it there. Okay, that can work. And big... Man, it does not want us to close off this railroad. We actually have to put it up here. That's insane. We'll just put it there, continue tacking on. This could help, though. Well, first of all, is this... I mean, that's only one bad side. That's pretty good. No, it doesn't even work. Like, yeah. Only having one bad side on that interior piece, I'm pretty happy with. Yeah, gets us a bunch of extra tiles. This gives us a bad side, but connects everything else. And should make it easy to finish those up. Like, very easy. We just have this spot here, I think, to close off that city. You know, if you're already going to do this, let's put it here. That way we can kind of focus on what we're doing. I mean, there's one done. So yeah, once we finish that off, we don't have any flags in here, but at least it'll close off a big city. So whenever we get kind of like challenges or these tasks, the numbers will be smaller for cities. Oh, it's on the wrong side. It's on the wrong side. Never lucky. There, it's... Okay. Alright, let's start corralling this a little bit. This can go there. I feel like that might make the most sense. I mean, it could also go here. I'm going to put it here, though. Yeah, it gets this extra ones there. So we don't need to make this any bigger. This is only 10 away, and that helps there. Alright, so this is too many. Alright. Now I need to try to find what other cities I have going on that would work. I don't really have any really started. It's kind of those two. I mean, this does work there. That is a perfect placement. We could make that work. We'll make it happen. All right, away. No, maybe. Again, I want to deal with these flags. That also works. But this also closes off a hard edge. Let's do this. Nope, wrong side. Ah, if they were flipped again. I think that's the second time we've had a piece like that. I mean, yeah, it's not going there. We could put it there. I mean, this doesn't go anywhere but up here. We could put it here and then just try to connect it with a certain piece. That way it's not going directly into there. We have a little more room to grow. I mean, it's on the right side there, but we have the two bad forest sides. Bad. That's not awful. The house is a little wasted, but the forest still works. I'm going to put it there. Closes off two sides. Again, I might be focusing too much on like closing off sides and stuff. I'm like leaning my head to look around that sign right there instead of just rotating the camera. I don't know how familiar you guys are with computers, but leaning your head left and right on the screen doesn't let you look around stuff on the screen usually. It's just not how it works. Usually. I mean, there's the forest there, but... Okay. Alright. Please. Did I really not rotate any time? No. Alright. There has to be that I didn't unlock this challenge before, not that I actually finished it. Also, without rotating a tile is crazy. Oh, that's perfect right there. All right. No. That's just asking for trouble. Although... might not have much of a choice. All right, this one doesn't have any flags, so I'm going to expand on it a little bit. Yeah, we're going to expand out this way. This doesn't, I mean, yeah, that's fine. It finishes that up and it doesn't give us extra places to close. All right, that's pretty good. I think that's the best we're going to hope for in this situation. Closing that up and matching all but one side. Yeah. Okay. We've been waiting for that piece for a bit. It just... This is probably a bad idea. I should just close this off. And I know it, but I can't help myself. It works. Alright, I should work. Alright, we only need 3 and this has 4 in it, so we can't put them there. We did have this to close off, but it's mostly forest. Let's just take that. Alright, 28 again. I'm trying to make sure when we connect these, that doesn't get broken. Okay, we can place it like here. Because we're actually really close to finishing that off and getting the flag. A little farther away from that. Let's focus on this one up here first. Yeah, I think if I do this, blank piece can go there or something that only has one side. Alright, now we can do this here. Yeah. Kind of just want to put it there. Yeah. Let's put it there. Actually, no. Let's put it here. Here. Let's put it here. Yeah, okay. It's not as, like, much value, but I think it's going to let us at least not have to plan around that for nearly as long. That just fits there. This... And we do that, we're still in the same position. We have to close off one side, but it's going to be a little easier. Yeah. Then... I mean, it works there, kind of. That's better. Neat. Do I have to start a new river? We could start it up here, so it's actually not a huge deal. We just have the water go out from this. We could probably make that work. Nope. I don't think I have any other fields other than this guy up here. I'm going to put it here. One railroad. So now we got that. Okay. Doesn't really work there. Not going to work there. Gotta remember, if we get a bunch of cities, that's where we put it. I'm gonna put this up here to cap it off up there. And then for this, we can just put it there. Yeah. I mean, I think I'm gonna put it here. It's only one side down, but it should finish off this city. I don't think there's any open sides on that city. Okay, it doesn't stretch up into there. It doesn't stretch around here to get to these. Yeah, I think that finishes off that city, town. That would open up that. Enough spaces there. We could put it there. It's not awful. Let's put it here. Wait, hold on. We have a spot for this. We can use it here, like with these three somehow. It honestly might just be like this. Yeah. Okay. Part of me wants to do this, just to start closing that off a little bit more. But this works better. We can put this here. That should be doable to close up. That little piece right there. I know for this we have, yeah, that right there. Straight water piece. Let's do this. That should get us the flag if we did that. So let's do it. Plus, again, it completely closes up that water, so water tasks will be easier. $15. Put it there. So we just have that spot for a railroad, and then this, that, and that. Okay. So we can focus on this railroad now. I'm just going to send it off into the ether. Just send it away. Don't want to deal with it. Doesn't quite work. No. Alright. We're actually not getting too far away from closing this off. Don't we have a place for a perfectly empty piece? We had it there. We can also put them in here. Put it there. So, I mean, that can go there. Just a little bit off. Not quite. Not the right setup for stuff. Nope. I mean, that's all but one side. I think that's pretty good. It's gonna be so hard for me to finish that up now. We got that. So is it just these two? Yeah, I think it's just these two now to close up. 24. Didn't I have... Yeah. That's not bad. Oh, never mind. I see the forest now. let's put it there. I gotta start closing that up there. I'm just seeing if I have any options. Not there, not yeah. I gotta start doing something up there before it gets even more insane. That could work. The forest. Not there. So yeah, this goes back up here. That works there like that. And then a single forest. I feel like we had a... Yeah, we can go there. I feel like we had another, like, decent spot for it. And there. Here. I like this one. Starts filling in that hole a little bit. Single house goes there. We know that now. Doesn't quite work to connect those. And that's one off as well. Let's do this. That connects, but like we have the one wasted. I don't really like having the one wasted. Just gonna do that. All right. Bunch of forest for in here. Just gotta make it fit. That could work. We know railroads go up here. Not there. Yeah. This doesn't quite work here. But it might... Yeah, we have a spot here. We still have 52 tiles, so it's not like we're in horrible shape right now. Just gotta be careful not to let it snowball into more. There aren't a lot of great places for this, I don't think. Could go there. Doesn't really go there. We could fit it in there somehow. Unfortunately, the piece in the middle stops that. I'd also just do like this. Yeah, start closing that off. The 11, I think, goes up here. We'll make it work. Yeah. Alright, so 2 there. Another blank piece. Well, if we're going to start closing this off down here, let's start closing this off down here. I mean, that can go there. That's fine. 3 houses. It's not really a great, like, they're not, it's not a semi, like a perimeter half circle. We put it here. Okay. That could go there. Could also go there. Could go there, but I'm not a fan of that. Didn't we have... Alright, yeah, it's on the wrong side for that. I'm gonna put it here. Alright, we need one more side for that. Forest is on the wrong area. Put that there. Could definitely put that down there. I just feel like I might have better options somewhere, so that's why I'm looking around a little bit. Right there. That's an interesting one. I don't think I love it there, but it's at least an interesting option. Fills in an interior piece. That's what I was thinking of. That one right there. This. No, that doesn't work there. I mean, I'm not thrilled about that, but at least it gets us out of that little hole. So I'll take it. Tons of 4. Okay. Alright, we'll work on closing that off now. Into the nether you go. We're gonna drop that there. 2 houses. Oop, hold on. Sorry, Carl's yelling at me. Alright. I think we hit like 14,000 or something. We're gonna take a quick break. Again, we're raising money for type 1 diabetes research today. We'll be doing it throughout the entire month of November. I have been a type 1 diabetic for over 30 years myself. It has played a very big role in my life. I try to help raise money for them whenever I can. It is a charity I have been helping since I was probably about 7 or 8 years old. Also, I don't... So we got some fun incentives. At least I think they're fun incentives. If you're on Twitch, you can type !donate to see some of the incentives. And you on YouTube, you can look at the description below the video, and they should be there as well. But I appreciate everyone just hanging out today, stopping by, watching this chill game that I struggle with. Don't dislike that. Not going there. Part of me just wants this piece to be over with. 2 sides that aren't great, but... No, that's just a better option. Alright. I'm not putting any more forests over there that, like, don't close things off. Didn't I have one over here that was like 3? You were close, but not quite. Yeah, again, I feel like I had one that I could just kind of drop a forest in. It would be surrounded. I could put it there if I wanted. No, I guess not. Okay. Oh, here it was. Okay. I was gonna say, thought I did. Yeah. Let's do that. Again, we could do this. It just opens up 2 more sides. And again, we're trying to close it, and we're only 2 sides away. So if I can find another place for it, I definitely will. Might be easier said than done, though. I mean, yeah, we could always put it there, but... that works. Oh, way. Alright, put that there. We're getting closer. Like, we're slowly getting stuff out of here. Okay, I feel like our fields are in a weird spot on the board. Alright, that's one side done. Again, that doesn't... we still have 2 open if we do this. Yeah, I could do this, but that's pretty inefficient. I'm gonna do that. Does this give us the out we need here? No, it's the exact wrong side, like wrong orientation on all of it. That's alright. That's just too bad all around. Let's grab this. Right. Didn't we have a place for a single house? I mean, we could put that there. We could... yeah, we could put it there. I actually don't mind that. Now we just have to finish surrounding this. Okay. That piece does not want to be filled in. We backed ourselves into a corner a little bit with it, but it still just doesn't want to happen. Also, let me check something real quick. Oops. Okay. Sorry about that. I got 14,000. I'm going to take a quick break, stretch my legs, run to the bathroom. Do stuff like that. Yeah, we can just start closing this up. Oh, single house could have gone there. That's what I was thinking of. Alright, wrong configuration, but we can still do this. 3. Alright. That can go there. That closes up 2 sides. Opens up one more. So house doesn't really work there. Can work there. Doesn't work there. Oops. This is such an addictive little game. Yeah, house doesn't really work there or there. Doesn't work there. I'm gonna put it here. Can't forget about the river up here. And 3. We need 4 for that. This would put like a little end to that there. Like it'd be really easy to close off that part of it. Yeah, let's do that, because we're going to want to close it off eventually. Freaking railroads. No, it doesn't quite work there. So this goes to the railroad in the sky. 4. Gotta be able to find a place for this in here, right? I mean, yeah, right there. I know for the 5 here, I'm going to put it right there. This forest might close off more. Doesn't really. Actually opens up some stuff. So let's hold off. It doesn't quite work for that. Doesn't quite work for that either. So close to having a couple good placements. Like it's 1 off for that. We can put it there. It works there. 2 for this. I mean, nothing really there. There is a forest. No, that's 2 off. I thought for a second there was a chance. Yeah, we could put it like there. Or here. Here might be better. Nothing there. Nothing there. Could put it there. Actually, I'm going to do that just to close the river off there. These 3. Yeah, that escapes like that. Leaves us just 1 out we have to worry about. I'm going to put it here. I might regret it, but we'll have to remember to try to close it off. No, it's not going to fit up there. Yes, it works here now, but not well. That's only 1 off. Might just put it here. Yeah. We know this can be used to close stuff off, so we're going to put it here. Yeah, let's use it for an interior one. Yeah. Fortunately, the house is on the wrong side. To really make that work. That does fit there. This piece is like so... There's enough going on in it. I feel like I should have a place for it somewhere. Kinda. Yeah, I'm gonna start finishing this up. All right. Great railroad track in the sky. Off you go. You. One bad one with 5 more to close up. I'll put it there. Great railroad track in the sky. Forest. Wrong side. Not enough houses. No. See, I mean, I could put it on an edge like here. Works right there. All right. That doesn't need any more help. This kind of does, though. And it connects those two. Yeah. No open spot. Does this... That works there. 41. That works there. And it's actually already closed up there, which is great. So this can work kind of like that. And we're only 1 away. Perfectly blank piece. I'm going to use to keep trying to close off down here. We're only 1 away. That fits in there. This actually has some forest. I'm going to put it here. Yeah. All right. I think we're just missing that piece there. Part of me wants to put it here. Our party wants to put it there. I'll just put it here and just continue the water up there. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, that's done. We gotta close it off. How's this looking? Doesn't quite work. Yeah. There's that there. Right, it's 3 of these. Yeah, doesn't work there. That's not bad. All but 1 side matches. we're back up to here, needing to close it off. Like that opens up 2 more sides. Gee, guess where the railroad is going? Way up there. That could work. That's not bad either. One day I'll get that. That's not awful. Doesn't really close up any sides. Oh, wait, hold on. I didn't see the house there. Yeah, okay, never mind. This isn't bad. It's one bad side. I'm gonna take it. Man, they're just trying to pile on more and more. I think I take this, get the flags, and just close this off. Unless there's a better spot up here. I think I just close it off, get the flag. Yeah. Alright. Gotta remember we gotta close this one off too. Well, this clears up 2 of them. Trades a 2 for 1. Did we finally get it? I mean, not quite. One forest. I mean... So the forest has to go down here somewhere. Like... Probably like right there. This one, let's put right there. Ah, every time I see a weird looking single field piece, I always get hopeful that maybe we finally found the answer. And that works there. Yeah. Doesn't go there. That fits in there. And then 2. And that fits there. Perfectly blank piece goes there. Single forest goes there. We know we have a place for it. That's only one bad side. So is this. Actually, no. This is no bad sides. Oh, it's not bad. Two bad sides, but we fill it in. Just hesitate to do it. How about over here? That's 3 bad sides. That's nothing. This is only one bad side. Actually, this is nothing and helps close. Okay, we're gonna put it there. That's not bad. We really need to close off that field group up there. But also this guy down here. That works. We can put it there. They're on the wrong side. And there's not... I don't think there's enough houses for this. Yeah, there's not. Need 2. I'm gonna have to take a hit somewhere. That does work there, just with one bad side. We have enough out here. I've, like, completely neglected this little area for a little while. There might be a reason for that. Or I could just toss it on, like, the end here. It's not exciting. Not quite. Nah, they don't line up the way we want them to. And this is something, though. Right, we finished that one up, so we're still worried about this one up here. I mean, it's starting to come together. It's just got, like, tendrils all over the place because of, like, railroads and stuff like that. That's why I love this game. Like, no two boards look the same. I mean, that looks like it's forests there and maybe empty over here. So I could do something like this. Or I could try to close this forest up before we reveal it. That way the number's not, like, huge. Although, I guess it being here isn't too bad if we can get this to come over. Alright. Oh, it's water. Oh. Well, I think we're just screwed on that. I don't think there's a way we do that. Okay. Yeah, I don't think that happens. Yeah, alright. Fair enough. So that's fine. That doesn't go there, but hopefully we can get those two to connect. Single. We've got it. Like, we can put it here, here, here. Yeah, we gotta start closing this up. I'm gonna put it here. I mean, 20 is not bad. How big's this one over here? 15. That's a little better. Yeah, we'll put it there. And really have to make sure we start closing this up. I keep talking about trying to close things up, and I'm doing such an awful, horrible job at it. No, it doesn't quite work. All right. Had to take a look. I mean, that fits there. That does as well. Hmm. 38. Gotta close this up. Wasn't this... Yeah, that's not bad. These are directly across from each other. I mean, it's one dead side. I think that's fine for now. I just want it closed up and gone. Like, maybe this piece can help with? I mean, yeah. It's only one bad side. So I think we have here, here, and here. And then that's finally going to be done. Assuming I don't just, like, get greedy and put a big thing on there hoping to finish it. That doesn't line up. That doesn't line up. Let's put it here. You, I think, go up here. Yeah, we're gonna close you off up there, so you'll just keep going. We're not putting it over there. That's not happening. It'll go anywhere else. Just let me finish that accursed thing. Sure. Does this? Oh, so close. We don't have that, like... We don't have that many openings on that. It's here. Here, here, yeah. There aren't too many. There's a couple, to be sure. Still not getting that. Just doesn't want to finish. We'll put this over here. Nope. Okay. I see a single, I mean, two bad sides. We have, what, 10? 2 flags there? Yeah, I'm going to take this. And for this, we can finally finish that up and get that flag. Got that flag. All right, we're making progress. Slowly, but we're making progress. It's not awful. Yeah, I'll take 2 bad sides again for that. Yeah. That'll make it easier to close off once we get there. Just because we can put anything there. Not quite. This is close. That might just be one I sacrifice and don't do. Alright, let's look at this. I'm just gonna put that there. I can put it up there and just not care about... Like, it just kind of start a new river. We could try to work our way out of it. Let's try to work our way out of it. So at least give ourselves a chance. Alright, I'm gonna do this. I'll eat the one bad side. Finally got those two to connect. One closed side. Do I? I'm taking it. I'm closing that railroad for good. It's done. Yo, microwave, what's going on, man? Welcome on in. Nope, not quite there. We're playing something very laid back today. Nah, we'll skip that. Glad to hear it. We'll put that there. Little bit of a river. Can I use the little... Doesn't really fit there. Yeah, it'd be tough to fix in. That works a little bit, but not really. Oh, we didn't finish the railroad yet. We gotta close it off there. Right. That one's done. What are you up to today? Anything fun? I'm just gonna put this here, and hopefully we can loop it back. We know where you're going. So this is 5. Yeah, you need 4. So we're gonna look over here to this one. Not quite. Let's do that. Drop it there. It's 2 bad sides, but I don't know where else we'd really want it. This also gives us options. I'm going to put it there. It's on the wrong side. It's so close every time. Playing Payday 2 and have blessed with... Very nice. Again, Payday's not one I've gotten into, but I had some friends that used to play it all the time. And they also had a blast with it. Okay, how do we... I think I build it like this so we can loop it around if, like, kind of like this. Yeah. Still have to finish this one. We're one side away right there. I should just eat it and, let it do whatever it's gonna do. That's pretty good. One of the skills. Hey, I mean, if you're enjoying it, that's great. There are some things I think are just funny. They're not good, but they're funny to use. Not going there. I usually find myself using those more than anything. Because that's what games are all about. It's just having fun. Man. Struggling a bit. Let's put it there. This. Nothing really. Alright, give ourselves something to build on. Part of me does want to say just screw it. But let's do this. Gonna keep trying to have them loop back on themselves. 11? 11's not bad. Yeah, let's put it up here, because this is where we're going to be putting our water tiles anyway. It's one too many. How many do you need? You needed... Oh, you needed exactly 3. Okay. So you get this, just where? I've let some of my towns and stuff get away from me. You want to try to close them off when you can, and they're starting to get a little unruly, so that's why I'm finding myself into some trouble. No, that doesn't work. Okay. So yeah, we'll put it back up here like this. There. We can put it there. Being Kickstarter, if you hit it. That's kind of funny. Gotta love the games that put in comically large golden spoons. Because they are exactly that, comically large. For a reason. I feel like we can find a better spot for that. Actually, that works. Let's start filling that in a little bit. Oh my gosh. Nothing there. Kind of work. I didn't. Okay. Excuse me. I know TFT had something like that for a while. Just a comically large spoon. That was like... Actually, they had a spatula, not a spoon. That was very close to being broken. Depending on who you ask, some people said it might have been. Ah, it's one off. Rotation wasn't quite right. Same with that. So we have to close that field off. We should close this off at some point too. And then all of this as well. Yeah, this is all starting to get away from me just a bit. No. Didn't I have a field thing down here? Yeah, okay. I'll build off of this. I think we just wanted to close this just for fun. That's one off. One off. Can work there. Yeah, one off. No, that's still not what we need there. We can do this and then maybe have it connect. It's a little bit of a reach. Fill that in. So, yeah, I needed to take a little bit of a break today from like playing Pokemon and Path of Exile on stream. Didn't have a ton of energy, so I'm like, you know what? This should be just perfect. It's been really nice. I'm glad I did. This is a fun little relaxed game. One away again. Exactly what I need at times. Nothing there. Nothing. I guess I can put it there. Yeah. We can also put it there. Let's put it there. Try to fill it in. Alright, I'm just going to eat it on that one. That's fine. Closes off the railroad. That works perfectly. This longer railroad goes up here. Alright, I might have backed myself into a corner a bit. We'll see. Alright, I know we have places for single houses. At least I'm pretty sure we do. Right, it's right here is where we want one. Also up here. Because we want to do that. So yeah, let's take the place for the single house, get the 5 tiles, and then go from there. Is this finally... alright, we got that one there, but we have this here. Not quite there. We finally got part of it. That closes that off. Nope. We have one thing over there. That doesn't go there. Nope. No. That works. That does work there. Doesn't really work there. Alright, I'm gonna put it here. Does this... Right, this is 7+. We can make it 5+. Let's actually just put this here. And then it should be easier to finish. I think this is going to be alright too. Again, it's a bit of a long game, but hopefully we actually make it to the payoff. That's only one bad side. Pretty happy with that. Ooh. I am not happy with that. There's... We can put it there with one bad side, but I don't want it. Alright, let's start a new river, I guess. Here? Here should be fine. Hopefully we can corral it. We finally got the piece. We have been waiting nearly all game for it. We started off, like, around here or something. We finally got that piece. Got the flags. We're up above 20,000 points. Oh, I'm so happy we got that. That is such a relief. No and no. This doesn't have any houses on it, so it's going to be a little tough. Yeah, I think I just put it back down here. Alright, that gives us some breathing room. This does have 2 sides. Let's do it this way. 8 for the railroad. Do I even have... I don't have a railroad that small. I guess they're probably counting, like, the water tanks I have somewhere. I don't think I placed down another railroad. A bunch of forest. Yeah, I mean... Let's put it up there, I guess. See what we can do with it. And this one shouldn't be too tough to finish off. Once we get all the pieces for it, but... I think that finishes off that water as well. We have this, which again, if we do that, connects everything. Or we just do this. Let's just do this first. Because that's a 7+, not a 7. I don't think I have... quest anywhere. Man, that city is getting ridiculous. We'll do that. Still not great there. Not quite, so we'll just, yeah, that doesn't work. Off you go into the nether again. We put it here, it gets a little hairy about moving it around. So I'm going to do this. 2 forests should be nice over here. Farther down. Yeah, we can put them right here. And for the watershed, probably just put it right there. We could put it here to end it, and then just have to close it off. Or here. Here's a better idea. Yeah. I don't think we're getting that 58. Because, like, even if we do this, it's only, like, 24 trees in there. And we don't have that many places to keep expanding with it. But I think this piece fits here. Yeah. Okay, so that's just a 1-2 piece. That's 2. We can do that. Alright, this gives me a little more room to maneuver. Wrong orientation. I'm so happy I finished off that one, whatchamacallit, the field up here. That was getting a little out of hand. Like, being able to finish that off, like, such a load off the shoulders. Gotta find places now for these. Also, I keep meaning to take a break and I keep forgetting. Alright, when we get to 22,000, I'll try to remember to take a break. Yeah, it's not... Like, that's on the wrong side. That could kind of work. It's a little out of the way. This is the wrong setup for what we need. But, yeah, for here. It's the right piece, it's just on the wrong sides. We could do this. Work on closing this village off. And then 3 like this. That works there. And then we have 1, 2. I think I'm going to take this. That hurts it a little bit, but it's still fairly decent. I'm just like looking around real quick, but like I'm pretty happy with where that would be. Because that's on the wrong side. That works there. That's a better place for it. Yeah. Also, this is why I want to close off my city, so I stop getting 125 ones or whatever. Yeah. You're just going to go up here. We're going to try to close that railroad off when we can. I know... Yeah, it doesn't work there. That works in a way. It's just like if we try to close this off, it's going to open up these. Still an interior piece finish, though. What about over here? Doesn't quite work there. Do something like that for 23. Closes off two sides, doesn't open up anymore. Like that. Wrong sides. Again, there's 10 tiles to be had in that forest. So we need 3 for that. No, that doesn't quite work out. This could if I rotate it like that. That needs 3 as well. Wrong side. Okay. Man, they're all on the wrong side for what we're trying to do. That's... Yeah, wrong side. We put it, like, do something like this. It's not ideal. At least it doesn't ruin anything. Gives us to start on another forest if we want it. It'd be aggravating to finish, but not impossible. I'm going to put it up here instead. Alright, so I know we want to look at finishing this forest. That does quite a bit of work for that. Yeah, let's put it here. So we have right here. Is that it? That might be it for... Oh, and here. Those are all that's left for the forest. I'm not going to worry about that 54. Ah, so close. Didn't I start? Yeah, I started another one down here. Just have it go. Did say we were starting another forest, so... Let's try to keep it contained a little bit. This doesn't do anything for over here. Yeah. Not quite. Okay. Try to keep it contained like this. 3. That actually fits really well there. It doesn't close off anything, but it's still a couple extra pieces. That can go there. A railroad and a river on the same piece. I feel like that should be illegal. That's almost like actually works. Almost. Let's do this. Yeah. You can go there. We're only 2 away. I mean, that's not horrible. It's not great. That works better. No, okay. Put it back down here. Actually, hold on. Does it actually help here? It does. We finally got that. Okay. This. We just need a normal two-piece there. Doesn't quite fit. No. I wanted to rotate it one more. Yeah. That can work as well. Do we have any other, like, fields that want an escape? This isn't bad. This is just one bad side. I'm going to take this for now. Nothing. I mean, this is the two we were talking about. Three and a forest. It's on the wrong side. I know we're getting close to closing this one off, and this would actually get us... This would close off two sides and only open up one. Forest is on the wrong side. That doesn't quite work. That opens up two. Does help with that, though. Yeah. There is an ending piece to a railroad. It's only one bad side. I am seriously considering it. Because if we finish that, we just have to close off those two sides, and I think this railroad is one here. Yeah, I'm going to put it here. It's only one bad side. We want to keep working on this. Unless we have... Like, can this help our water somewhere? Kinda. It's not great. And down here... Yeah, not great again. It'd be like there. We could do that. Start filling in the interior pieces. This gives us places to put blank pieces. Nothing there. Let's put it here. No, wrong. Even that's not great. They're straight across from each other. That makes it a little more difficult. Wrong side. Not bad there. Again, it cleans that up a little bit. Didn't I have... We had this. Alright, knew it was somewhere. Just had to remember where. Does this... If we rotate it like this... No, it doesn't. How about... Still not quite there either. It's just slightly off. I don't think there's enough houses to really take advantage of that. Yeah. So we need two more for that. Let's cap that off up there. I don't hate this. It's one bad side, but closes off two of that village. It just doesn't quite do it there. Yeah, I don't mind closing off two for that village. go with that. Gonna see if I can start whittling this down without opening up too many additional sides. There's that. I think, actually, hold up. This, yeah, that goes there. That 33. I thought it said 83. I'm like, holy cow, I know I have waters open, but still. I mean, I'm not going to be doing any more with this. Like, yeah. Even though it gets down to 9. I mean... I know I shouldn't be tempted, but... it's doable. I know I shouldn't be tempted. I remember down here, yeah, we had these two. Three houses. Let's go like that. So that only needs one, so we can't put it there. That almost works, but not quite enough. We're not super desperate to close it right now. Yeah, we're gonna go with this. 12. Guess it goes here. Another railroad. Alright, we have a couple places to close up here. This would actually do quite a bit. Because it also helps this. This would get us like 15 tiles. It's just, the single forest is so easy to finish. Theoretically. You put it there too. Anything can go there. No. I should... I should take the tiles. Yeah. It's so... yeah, it's so many tiles. No, couldn't quite fit that in. All right, let's just do this. That's 5 more. Nothing there. No houses to fit in there. 4. I'm gonna do this. I mean 727. It's got to go down here. Like, I'm not putting it on the other one. we can do something here now. 2 bad sides. No, it doesn't quite work there. 1 bad side. I'm going to do that. The river. Let's just keep the houses there. This one here, I'm going to start angling to try to meet up with that. Nothing there. This is only 1 bad side. 28. Oops. Too many. Alright, so where do I have more? Because if that's too many, I don't know where my other open ones are. We finished that one up. I mean, 24 is a lot to get through. We finished that one up. We don't have anything. I guess we have this up here if we wanted. It would give us plenty of room. That's only 23. Yeah, okay. I think I like the idea of starting it up here. It's only 23. Okay, there's nothing there. That still needs 11. It doesn't have too many outlets left. There's an outlet there. I can also do something like this to try to connect them a little bit later. Gotta remember, there's one there. Nope, one off. Right. That just needs that to finish up. Could use 2. No, wrong orientation on that. That could work. Gotta remember I have that there too I gotta close off. That doesn't work. That's open. Wrong orientation. I think I'm going to put it up here. Right, 9 plus 160. I mean, it's going over here. Like this is our big city at the moment. A little bit of water. So if we put it here, it would leave us with 6. 5, 4, 3. 2. We could do it. Be easy to close this off. Yeah. Almost, but that... One bad spot, but it connects. Yeah, I'm gonna take it. And then 2 here. We do want to try to start closing this off as well. So I think here we can start doing that. All right, I'm going to put that there. I think that's about as good as we're going to realistically hope for. And then we only have one more spot. Put that there. One left on that. Okay. So our other field is all the way up here in the top left. I can start working on that as I close this off. Not bad. Nothing. Maybe. There are 4 houses, so I need to... Doesn't go there. Not gonna go there. Not gonna go there. Ah, it's on the wrong side. Okay. Not quite there. And then the other place, the one that we've had for so long. Nope, everything's just like one spot off. It's all the right pieces. Just a little bit off. Okay, I need to close these up at some point, but it helps a little bit. 2 forests. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. That's forest and house. Let's do that. All of these... Ah, it doesn't quite fit in there. I know that's not going to work there. We could do it there and put it down to 1. But I'm not a huge fan of that. I'll put it there for now. 3. We can fill that in there. These railroads. Again, I want to focus on closing that up, so I guess these railroads can go over here. Does this let me close up this irritating one here? It does, but not well. That kind of works. More houses. How many houses? So it's 3 sides of houses, but we need 4 for that. I gotta close that off at some point. It's gotta happen. So that's only 4 sides. We can arrange it like that. So now if we get all 6 on one, we'll be fine. A railroad and a river on the same piece? I mean... I don't hate it. We put a water tanker there. Yeah, let's play for the water tanker there. Another ending railroad? I did not see that. This is only one bad spot. I'm going to take that there. So we need to close off 1, 2, 3 spots. 9. I mean, there's like this is longer than 9. I think we put it up there. So 3 go there. Not quite. And we're in the teens for pieces, so it's not like we're not doing super well. No, I don't want to. That opens up 2 sides. It would be easier to get the forest. I'm going to regret that. All right, single house goes here. Yeah, we need all 6 sides to be forest for that, so that goes there. This river doesn't move. We'll put like that. Third, I mean, it's not super tough to close something like that. We'll do this. It connects to the forest. We can do that. There's a chance we can get them to connect. I have so many open spaces. Alright, I like that. Alright. Now we have to close off the forest. I can't let it keep getting away from me. This. Right, that needs 3 there, which I don't think should be too tough. That just needs a single piece. These are gonna be a little tougher. We knew that there, though. There's this. We know we have a spot for this. Right there. And for this, they have to be straight across from each other. That's all but 1. That's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good. So we only have open ones up here. So if I do this, should help. 2 forests. Just spot for it there. We had the water tanker play. We were going to put it here. I mean, if I can connect them, that 11 will get done. Let's do it this way, in case it doesn't work out. That gets done there, unless... Yeah. That get puts there. I know I'm really pushing it. We know this piece goes here. This piece can go back up. I'm going to try to loop this back around for them too. The 3 houses, we know we got to start corralling this. We have a spot for it. That needs 4. this big water piece. We know we can put like here, like we have 3 spots all along here. Let's put it here in case we can connect it. Forest a little bit, but I don't want to risk it. That takes us away from where we want to be. Have that go upwards. I should focus on the tasks we have. Alright, I know this... Oh, it even does it perfectly. That forest is done. We got the flags. We're back above 20 tiles. Alright. Now we can take these... Start focusing on this over here. Alright, we know we have plenty of spots for these types of things up here. Yeah. I love the little steamboat. So that... This would have us commit to the bit. I think it's okay. I honestly think we'll be fine. Alright, single forest I know we had a couple places for that aren't over there. I know we have spots for it. Like, not even there. Like, we have better spots. There. Pretty sure we did unless we filled them in. I mean, that works. That's not bad. Doesn't go there, doesn't go there. Maybe it's just that one. Nothing there. That's not awful. Huh, maybe it was just the one spot, unless... Yeah, okay. Gotta remember to keep closing that up. Single one of these should be alright. Put it there. Doesn't work there. Doesn't work there. Put it right at the end here. Just to start capping it off. Right there. Okay. All of our forest stuff is going over here until we get more of a handle on it. Do we have... I don't think we have any... Oh, up there. Okay. Forgot about this up here. There is... I don't think it works. It's not bad. You know, I'm happy letting it close up. Yeah. Instead of fishing for a big one. This, I think, can connect with one bad one. I started another railroad down here, though. Yeah. 4. Doesn't go all around. Okay. Put that back there. Please let this fit somewhere in here. I mean, kinda. one bad one. Am I okay with this bad one? I think I might be. It gives us more options. Because, like, now we can even do this. Yeah. Alright. Slowly starting to make some gains on that. Keyword being slow, but it's getting there. River. No. Right, that one's going to be easy to close off. So I think this down here, maybe? I don't really want to start a new river. Might have to. I mean, that's only one bad side, and it loops it back. Alright, that's fine. That can go there. That connects and got us 5. Once we finish off here and here, that railroad's completely enclosed. That's done. This can be arranged like that to close off 2. That one's pretty good. I mean, 2 bad sides, but overall. So this river can connect here. The biggest thing if I do this is I'm worried about getting this one to loop back in and connect. That's my biggest concern. So I think I'm going to put it there instead. 40, 9, I mean, even 9's a bit of a stretch. Because then we'd have to close it back off again. We're in such a good position to close this off. So I think this just goes down here with these, yeah. Put it there. All right, all of these are going over here. It's wrong side again. We've gotten this so many times. It's always been the wrong side. We could put it there. We could connect it like that, but it's not quite enough. Put it here and it would kind of end it. Make it tougher to get to the 11 though. Oh no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, we'd get there. We'd get there. Yeah. We put that there. That just needs a single one. We can't, it doesn't rotate the way we want it to for this. That would close it off up there too. Let's close it off just to not have to worry about it. It's a little spookier, and I can't say I'm a fan. I think I'm just going to drop it there. I forgot about this thing up here. Actually, because I forgot about it, let's do this. Yeah. This kind of brings everything together. Yeah. We have one more we need, but it shouldn't be an issue. So we're back up to 25. So there's that in there. Like, look at this. This is almost just pure forest. Which is kind of insane. No, it doesn't quite work. That can work there, though. I mean, yeah, there's way more than 17 there. So we have this. Forgot we had that. Okay. It's not going to work there. We put it there. Again, this shouldn't be too tough to close off. Put it there. Still nothing there. Where's my big city? I can try to... Maybe? Nothing's looking promising. That's a big city, though. We can close it off here. That's one end we don't have to worry about. Yeah, because it doesn't work there. Not going to work there. These are just like too empty. Yeah, it doesn't work there. Wrong side for that. That would have been cool to get. Yeah, I think I'm just going to put it here. And then we got these two. That's done there. Doesn't quite work there. Kinda works there. It's not going to there. Let's put it here. Two bad ones. Maybe not. See if the water changes anything. Not really. And the water lets us do like that, but... Guess we could do that. That's fine all around. Okay. That doesn't give us anything to work with on this. Oh, right there. Okay. I cannot see right now. There we go. That works there, and that leaves us... Not too many places we have to close off. Leaves us 2 places. Yeah, let's put it there. Oh my god. So, this is getting absurd. Alright, on to the end you go. I know we have a place for this. Yeah. Alright, Alright, single house. Where did we... I know we needed one. That's double house. Oops. Not there. Could be there. Single forest. I know we needed a single house. And by I know, I mean, I might have just made it up in my head. But convinced myself it was real. That's not a single house. That's not a single house. That is. That, okay, so we have a couple places. None. Thought we had better ones. There it is. Okay. Knew it was somewhere. No. I mean, everything's just going to go to this abomination out here. But still. Did you have... Okay. I still might put it there, but I want to see what we got up here. That's probably better. That's probably even better. Okay. I'm going to take the hit here and have one bad side. Or no, that's two bad sides. Sorry. There's nothing there. Oh, the piece I placed a couple ago would have been perfect. Not perfect, but it would have done what we wanted it to. Two... Didn't I just get myself a situation where I needed two of these? It can fit there. We're down at 13. I need to start being careful. Almost works. Yeah. There was something here. One, two bad sides there. One off the rotation. Not quite. Mm-mm. And that opens up an extra one, though. When we're trying to close it off. We should close this at some time, but that's just... I can't bring myself to do that. I'm gonna put it there. Oh my gosh. How many more do we need of just all of those? Oops, I'm going to put it in here. Okay, I know that that's at least halfway decent. So that can get out of there. That can go there. That can't go there. I think here. Probably like one of the better spots for it. Yeah, it helps us with all of these as well. Alright, Still trying to close this off. Not quite. Oops. Alright, I should be oriented back the way. There's so many spots where we don't need anything. Like where we need a piece that has nothing on it. That's not bad. I could fill this in. It's one bad spot. Should be quite a few tiles. We'd also just do this. It'd be one tile. This would probably be 5. Yeah, okay. This water. Oh, that works perfectly. Okay. That was unexpected. I have 2 down here? Oh boy, okay. Railroad goes over here. Right here. We'll see if we can wrap this around to meet up with that, even though it's 35 of them. Yeah. Alright, so you're going back up top. Nope. Put that there. Yeah, we still have room to grow out there. This forest can go here. Didn't I have a house in here somewhere? Thought I did. Oh. Well, that goes there. Let's start filling in a little bit of the interior. I know we had a spot, yeah, right here. We can start picking up pieces in there. We're not going to get anything out of that. I don't think any of the spots down here. Yeah, they're not great. I do something like this. Although that's a little... I mean, still not horribly contained. Maybe that would be better. And then... yeah, we need more houses. We're still looking for that piece. Been looking for it since, like, the beginning. Okay. So we need a piece there and there. These little fields are getting in the way of this. We can take that. Single house again. I think I had one little guy there. Alright, I know we had a single field. No, we had lots of, like, single forests. Single field there is probably pretty good. Yeah. Railroad goes over here. Okay, that matches. Can't quite make it work there. There is no field. So I think if we just do the 3 here, that'll help. Nothing. Unless... no, it doesn't. Okay. Do this. That could almost work. Let's have that come across. 2. Yeah, I mean, that's 2 bad spots. And that doesn't line up. Down to 9 tiles. We might be approaching the end. Especially if I can't find a way to start getting some of these flags and stuff. Alright, we're 1 away for that one. Another single house. There must be a spot I'm missing. Or we just start filling these in. Four. This does have forest in it. Right, you only need 2. That makes things a little more complicated. We do it like this, and then if we find 3 forests, we drop it in. You needed 6 and 1, so we can close you off, like, get that. This will be good to, like, help with this. Let's put it there. So again, that should be the last spot we need. Railroad and frickin' river. Well, this railroad's only 1 away. Gets us 5. Alright. We know we have plenty of places for this. So, I mean, it goes there for now. Yeah, that's a ton more. Oh, there's the house I was talking about. Let's put that there. We got a couple rivers going on. This one, I think, just needs to be closed up, although it has 1 flag on it. There's 1 flag on it. That's just going to be a weird one to finish. It's going to be tough. Let's focus on this for now. Perfect. Alright, this forest needs 3, 3. We can do that. Where can I put this? Well, I can put this here, but it doesn't help close it up. It actually makes it a little bit worse. We put it here and just have the 1 spot. Or I put it here. And just let these have more room to grow. Eventually. Yeah. Yeah, because this we can go ahead and put back up here. Yeah, right there. This. Man, just off again. Alright, that can go there. I might put this here no matter what. I mean, it's not great, but at least it finishes that off. Alright, yeah. Got us 5, but at least got rid of all those railroad tracks. Actually, would this have been better? No. So this one... we could put it there, and then just hope eventually we combine, like, we hook this in and we can keep going out. You still need 4 or more. Forest is a little bit of a wrinkle, but... Not quite. And I could just, like, do this and just eat that one loss, but we get 5 more tiles? Yeah. Man, do we need to close that, though. It's gonna keep getting worse and worse. I'm fine with that. So we have to close this off up here. So there's a single one of these. Okay, if we ever get a 2-piece for that, we know where you can put it. Man, that would have been so good. There's just one off. Yeah, it's just not quite. Yeah, they're just slightly not working out. Put it there. All this forest. It's 5, so there's only 1 spot, so we can put that there. How do I start closing this? Guess that's a start. River. Guess we go back down here. I'll go. Oh. Yeah. Again, we got plenty of places for these. You go right there. 2 for the trees. That needs 3 there. We put it here. Oh, no, not there. Here. That works. We then need 4, but at least it fits in well. This gives us exactly 2 pieces. It's 1 dead one, but it's alright. 28. Too many. So, it means we automatically go back to down here. So we know what we need for that. That is the last one we need. Yeah. Nothing. We can do this. Although we should work on closing it as well. Which I hope won't be too difficult. So since we have 2 we're working on closing. I'll work on building that one up a little bit. I know we had a place for 2 houses. But the forest is an extra wrinkle. Alright, that can work there. Start closing those off. This goes over here. Needs 4, needs 3. Needs a house in the middle. Do that. 95. This is why I need to start closing them off. 26 is still a lot. Imagine's going to be even more up here. Yeah, 64. Okay. So I'll keep this one down here for now. They work? Yeah, okay. And then we definitely have to focus on this up here. There, okay. That's not going to help, so... This will go back down here. 2. Now we get it. Would have been very helpful just a little bit ago. I'll still take it. This. Does this help us corral this at all? I mean, I doubt it. Yeah, because it's 2 in, 2 out. Like, we closed 2, but have 2 outlets. Yeah. Take that a little bit. A single forest. Right here. Railroad tracks. Okay, that's all done. So we got this guy down here that we can close off like that. Any sort of river with these trees. Like any sort of water with these trees. But it's not the way we want it to. Oh, it's like that. Okay. $30. Okay. I go like this. All right. Once again, we got river and trees. Not like that. We do like that would be okay. Help close it off a little bit. Or we just go back down to here and look. Or like, that's actually probably better. Yeah. 3 on the river. We're still doing stuff with this one. Oh, we had an open spot. Okay. Railroad, we wanted to get connected. That's not great. It does let us get out, though. So it's 2 dead spots, but let's just get out. Do we still have a... I know we have plenty of spots. I want to see if that one there works. That one there is gone. So we put that there. This. I'm going to put this here. It also extends the railroad. So we have an outlet there. Outlet here. Let's do that. Forest, as always, is heading over this way. You know, I'm going to put it here. Friggin' railroads, man. And that can work. We just have to find a way to have it circle back around. Or we just do this. This is probably better. Although it limits... It should be fine. Yeah, let's do that. Nothing there. Here we go. We can place it there. That wouldn't be a bad spot. This is the one we're trying to close up, though. We just cap it here. We still have 26. Yeah, let's just cap it. Forest and 1 field. Oh, and a house. The house changes a bit. We could just tack it on the end here. We have lots of fields messing stuff out here, but not really with forests. That works. All right, railroad. Let's just have this going straight out. Yeah. Okay. 2 here. Not like that. Okay, that doesn't work there. Might be able to help. I think I take a... Yeah. Take 1 bad hit there. Open up 1. Yeah, I'm going to do that. 2 bad ones there. Nothing. Nothing. And a lot of these are like single fields, so it's tough to kind of use the bigger pieces on them. Nope. Let's put it there for now. We are going to try to get these to connect to themselves. 3. No, no, okay. So this goes back to like here. Almost works. There are 3 houses there. So this spot here actually helps us close stuff up. Wrong side. That's perfect though. Okay. That's quite a bit. River. Again, we're trying to close stuff up here. Not gonna happen with this piece. So let's go back down to our other river. It's not bad, but this one should be easy to finish with a single field piece. Like single field, single forest. I think we just keep that going out there. Nope, not quite. So 1, we want to get more value out of closing it up. That closes up 1, but opens up 3. Blank. I don't dislike it. Yeah. All right, 2 there. Not quite. We can do this. Build out a little bit. 68 houses. I mean, obviously the one we have is way too big. It's just a lot of shenanigans there. This is probably our best chance for 68 houses. Because I don't think I was building anything else up. Yeah. Don't know if we'll finish it here, but we'll do that. House. And that. Not quite. Something. Don't give me hope that I'm actually think I'm closing this thing off. Don't give me that type of hope. That's not a bad placement for it. What else you use to start getting the edges? What was the one I saw in here? Here? Yeah. Yeah, it gets 2. Start helping that come inwards a little more. You can go out everywhere. Oh, that's just off. No. 6, 111. I think I'm gonna put it here. It starts again helping us close it off. That doesn't go there. Don't think there's really anything up in here it can do. Yeah. We can have it like that. Can't do it like that. Yeah, have to go that way. Did we finally... Nope, it's on the wrong side again. It's like 4 or 5 times we've had this tile with the house just on the wrong side. We can put it there. Also need to remember we're trying to close this off up here. So close so many times. Go ahead and put it there. 2 forests. Needs 3 for that. 4 for that. 3 for that. Go ahead and put it there. No. We can do that. Keeps it somewhat contained. Alright, we know we have a spot for 3. We just went over what we needed. Even though it's not part of that, it's still an interior piece and gets us those, yeah. This has 3 again. So I think it goes, but not 4 in a row, so yeah. I think we just put it there. I think I do it. I think I just use this piece to finally get this out of my system. Only one bad side, yeah. Just, I don't have to worry about finding it anymore. It's all good. That actually fits well there. This piece, I think, fits well. I had another place for it. It's not awful here, but not as good as I thought. Okay, in that case, let's put it over here with this. Maybe? Maybe not. I'm just gonna put it there, just because I'm not happy with any other place for it, really. No. We knew that. Is this the same thing again, where it's, no, that kind of works. Okay, we open up 2 more sides if we do that. This would fill in the 4, but I don't quite want to do it like that. Just put it on the end here, because we got plenty of ways to grow over there. And then... yeah, okay. There's got to be a place for this, right? This seems like such a basic piece that we feel like we should have been waiting on forever. I just don't remember off the top of my head where it would be. I mean, that can work. We are trying to close off up here. That doesn't quite work. That doesn't quite work. Alright, so we have one spot it can go, at least for now. Not there, not there, there. Okay. Alright, we're back up into the 20s. This isn't perfect, but should fit pretty well in here. Yeah. I was gonna look around just in case, but... it's pretty solid. One more place is over here. I mean, it's tough to... yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to take the hit and just place it in here. And then we have... do we just have up here to close off? And, like, those two? No. Okay, we got more. I was going to say, there's got to be more. It actually fits. All right. That's pretty solid. No. It's one bad side. But I think it's okay. Again, it starts to help us curtail all that. Here. Let's put it here, just because that one's easier to close on its own anyway. Almost. Alright, we can put it there. So now they are directly across from each other, but it doesn't quite matter. Actually, hold up. I'm fine with that. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Probably should be fine with this too, but it's two sides that aren't. Alright, just for now. This... okay, yeah. Didn't think it fit, but I wanted to check. We have to start working on closing this off. And we'll be able to do that with the 37. Let's put that there because it closes a bunch. That doesn't really close off anything, though. Yeah. That goes there, though. I don't think we're ever getting... I mean, we might get to 60. Let's start with that. So we got these three. That closes off 2 and only opens up 1. Gives us 5 extra. This closes off 2. Also has water on it. Oh, come on! It's so close! Actually, hold up. Did I miss... yeah, okay. I missed that there. Fair enough. Forest. I can put it here to close this off. Or, like, that part of it. This helps a little bit. I mean, it's one extra on that. Kind of same thing. Close off 2, open up 1. Yeah. 2 bad ones. Need 4 for that. And that's only 1 bad one. We've somehow clawed our way back up to 34. That does work there. I don't think it's great, but it works. Yeah, we got a couple places where we don't have to take a bad placement. Yeah. I guess let's not take a bad placement if we don't have to. Let's put it there. Don't think this does anything for us anywhere. Yeah, that would make it worse there. Works there, though. Alright. I want these to start hooking back towards each other. Two on this. Not there. If even one of the, like, if the house hit either one of where it needed to go, I would have taken that. Just off on that as well. Put it there. This railroad, again. All railroads should be going back to roughly the same place. That is the plan, at least. 117. Close your groups. $117. Let's do this. That's going to make it a lot harder to close everything, but see what we can do. Start with that. At least rivers are a little easier to close than railroads, because you do have like the lake pieces and stuff. Gonna say we should have plenty of room for this. Another blank one. We've been filling up our open blank spots, but I mean we got all of this up in here and that one. It's only one bad side. I can live with that. These are directly across from each other and give us 1. Yeah. this river. Just try to get them all coming back. Oh, this is 5. We only need 4. Do I take it? Heavily tempted to take it just to... really help move this along. Oops. Yeah, okay. Another blank piece. Goes right there. This... Actually, hold on. For up here... Alright, they don't connect like that. Got it. Two bad sides. Let's do that. That one can go right there. Railroad will continue arcing through. This should help this mess. I'm going to put it here, I think. Although, no, let's put it here. That way we might have less areas to have to cover. Like, have to close up. Doesn't go there. Is this what we needed all the way up here? It is. Okay. So we just have that there now. Nothing. Lots of area there, but nothing. All right, let's take a look back over here. I think I really do just have to find, like, pieces that have single forest on them. Yeah, we don't have anything that we can easily get 2-for-1s on. That's just a bit off. So is that. That still needs 2 of those. We do something like that. That doesn't quite work. That could help close it off. Let's put that there, actually. 3 of this. I'm going to turn it around. Yeah. Have them start arcing towards each other. That doesn't work how I want it to. Maybe. That actually works there. Doesn't quite work there. All right. Single forest piece. How do I use it? Let's do it like that. Oh, that piece would have been great in here. That's only one not matching side. Although this is better. Yeah. This is not a single forest piece. It's almost there, but I think it might be helpful in here. Not quite. So, doesn't work there. Doesn't work there. We'll grab that. And then rivers. More river pieces. See if I can have those two loop around to hit each other. Because we have a lot of flags there now that I would like to cash in on if I can. Well, 2 flags, but put that there. All right, single forest piece. I don't think there's any way I am going for the 259 remaining. Just putting it out there. So see if we can have them up, arc up. One. You know what? I'm going to put this there. Where am I missing? Oh, we're missing right there. Okay. It's not quite done yet. This is a 2-for-1. That there. An ending railroad piece. Doesn't go there. Could work there. Yeah, I don't dislike it there. 42. I mean, that's only 4 away. It's only 1 bad side. Potentially 10 tiles. Again, I'll regret it. But we're putting it there for now. This abomination up here. We can put it there. It's 1 down. Actually, we have 2 open sides there. Let's put it there. All right. Not going there. It could go here. Yeah. 2 of these. Fits fairly well there. Yeah, I'll take the 1 hit. 15 on that. Another single forest. Not right next to each other, though. Put it there, and then we just need the 1. Yeah. I was going to take that. It gives us a ton of tiles. We're up to 45. So... Well, this stream kind of got away from me. I apologize, guys. We'll be back tomorrow. I got to wrap it up. I got to eat and stretch and go to the bathroom and everything I've neglected for the past 4 hours. Thanks for hanging out so far, or thanks for hanging out today. I'll be back tomorrow and especially next week. Hopefully see everyone then. We'll still be raising money for type 1 diabetes research. Have a good one. Take care.